Man,
What
welcome
up?
to
What up?
another
What up? What up?
episode, man. Another episode of Trending Tuesdays
Yes,
presented to
indeed.
you by No Stingy Energy, man. We're back with another one, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, man. I'm excited, man. We got some good news potentially. Oh,
Fresh,
you know,
fresh news. Lovely news.
fresh, potentially good news, man. It's been a little depressing the last.
Year.
You think it's been depressing the whole year, bro?
Hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. 2023 was a horrible year for a
It
lot of
was a
people.
horrible year.
We gotta keep it a buck.
Gotta
Gotta,
keep it a buck.
a lot of realtors struggling to make some, make ends meet. Some went get jobs. Mortgage
Yeah,
lenders, everybody. You gotta keep it real. And the real estate space was a struggle year for
it was a
2023.
struggle year, 2023.
Yeah, bro.
Well, at the end of the day, Jerome Powell come out with some good news that he may. No, they said that they are going to be potentially decreasing the rates. Now we know that mortgage rates don't necessarily just follow the interest rates directly, but they do have a strong influence on how we move from a mortgage rate perspective. And this is going to open up some opportunities. And it's going to open up some unique opportunities in the next year, depending on how you set yourself up for the new year. Shout out to Shay in the building. Shout out to you. I hope you already hit the like button. Listen, but I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself real quick. My name is Byron, real estate investor out of Houston, Texas. Primarily focused on the wholesale space, do a little bit of creative finance, fix and flip, new construction, new to the build to rent space. Excited about that. And I'm excited about that specifically for a lot of the reasons and the things that we're going to be talking about specifically today. This will be a notepad type of session because we are going to be dropping a tremendous amount of money-making strategies that I intend on using and also things that I have used multiple times in the past. So this will not be theory-based. This will be fact-based. It will be experience-based. And if I do drop anything that will be theory, trust me, it will be coming from an experienced space. So you can be confident in the potential of it being viable coming 2024. And that's a fact. Oh, it's on you, man.
What's going on, people? Neil Parker, real estate investor, entrepreneur. Last year, Louisiana. I've been investing in real estate since 2016. Full-time entrepreneur since 2020. I do all things real estate, but truly love and have a passion for rentals. I love passive income. I love Section 8. I love all that. Owner of Leverage to Wealth, teaching people how to be leverage where they are currently in real estate. Leverage where they are currently in life to get wealthy in real estate. That's me. I'm definitely excited about tonight's topic because, like I was saying earlier, the last year has been horrible. We got to keep it real. Got to keep it a buck. I'm looking at some things right now. We had 11 rate increases since March 17, 2022. That's crazy. So, it's been going up. Like I said, it's been up 11 times in the last year and a half. So now I'm looking forward to see what's going to happen when it goes down. I think, myself personally, I think a lot of people will make a lot of money because people been making money with interest rates as high. You know what I'm saying? People making money with interest rates 5, 6, 7, 8. Shit, I was just doing a refinance of 9%. I'm still making money. So let's just say if rates get under 6%, how much more money we're going to make? How much more cash flow we're going to make? So if you know how to make money in right now market, you can be in a better position the next 6 months to 8 months.
I would even argue that you can potentially have a rock star moment.
What do you mean by that rock star moment?
You can have a rock star moment. So it was, I would say this. So in 2021, 2022, it was one of those markets, right? I would say towards the end of 2022, it started to kind of get a little rough because the market was too hot. And what I noticed is that it was harder and harder to get good deals, right? And so that created its own kind of problems. And then by the time we hit 2023, we started seeing the market kind of get into a weird little funk. And it was just kind of not great for anybody, whether you was a buyer or a seller. Now, going into 2024, let me tell you, if you are positioned correctly, meaning you own assets. Maybe you've bought some assets, you've gotten to some assets creatively, right? And we're gonna be talking about that tonight. And the beauty about the way that I am going about picking up new deals is positioning me perfectly for if rates drop. Because you gotta understand, my conservative estimates based on the rates right now, I was about $100,000 in loss in potential profit, right?
So you talking about the new construction projects that you got coming?
Yeah, I was looking at making, at the time when I submitted my plans to the city, I was looking at making close to about a $200,000 profit. That's
and what
profit.
was that? When was that time?
That was right around, I would say December, January.
January. Last year,
Exactly.
at this time.
Exactly. So around that time, I was projecting to do about a $200,000 profit. Now I'm looking at maybe $100,000 profit, which I'm cool with because a profit is a profit. And at the end of the day, bro, you're gonna hit some out the park, and sometimes you're not. But here's the beauty of this situation. Oh, how much debt, right? How much debt do I have on the land right now?
Zero,
right? Zero money. That's why partnerships and creative finance is going to be your best friend going into this next year. Why is that? Well, here's the deal. I'm into this deal right now, $0. Okay. And anybody that's listening to the sound of my voice can run this exact same play. Okay. In the deal, $0. Now, outside of the taxes that I pay for, the plans and all of those things. So I paid those things, but for the specific land, $0. Now, going into 2024, if Jerome Powell decides to decrease these rates, what do you think is going to happen to my profit as those rates decrease?
Your profit increase. Now talk to us of how does your profit increase as the rates decrease? Because we got to realize that some people don't understand that. Some people may be confused. So how do you make more money if the interest rates drop?
So this is what's going to happen when the rates drop. You got to understand, we still have a housing shortage in some areas. So this is still a real thing. So we don't have a market where we've been flooded with a lot of inventory to be able to offset the prices increasing. As soon as those rates drop, I anticipate prices going right back up to where they were, or if not exactly where they were, like at the beginning of 2023, they're definitely going to be higher. Right. And so that's why positioning yourself right now and getting into these deals creatively are going to be key, even if you're picking up deals sub 2. So right now I'm getting a ton of deals running across my desk sub 2, right? That I was kind of iffy on because they did not have an equity position that I really liked. But here's the play though. Let Jerome Powell turn around and drop those interest rates. Now that whole game has changed because those prices will go back up. Now, I still don't recommend somebody getting into a deal where the equity position is still not great, because you can still get yourself into a pickle if those interest rates don't drop or if the market don't respond appropriately. But if it does, you're going to make a ton of money. You're just going to make a ton of money. And I have a couple $1 million in development right now. And, that shit, if the profit go right, it's just going to make it a better day. It's just going to make it a better day. Oh, what do you think about these interest rates? What are you excited about when it comes down to those rates potentially dropping?
Man, I'm excited about, because my 2024, I'm looking to flip. We was talking on the phone the other day. I'm looking to flip a minimum of 10 houses. So if interest rates go down, I already flip in an area where they have no inventory. So if they go down, that means more people applying for pre-approvals. That means we got more people looking to buy a home. So in my price point, they have no inventory. So if I keep supplying inventory where they have no inventory already, that means they're going to have more people fighting for my house. And hopefully we have multiple bidding wars and people pay over 20, 30,000 asking for it. That's what I'm hoping, Byron, because people go crazy when the interest rates go low. I'm hoping they go crazy on my properties. You know what I'm saying? And I make more money. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's how I'm looking to win. And even on the wholesaling side, I think if interest rates just drop, I say a point, I think the market go crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
If
what
it
I'm
drop
saying?
a point, okay, because right now I'm seeing mortgage rates. I don't know about in your market, but I'm seeing them in the high sixes right now. Right now.
You talking about for personal homes?
For personal homes.
Okay.
For personal homes, I'm seeing mortgage rates in the high sixes, low sevens right now.
Out of low sixes, that's what all these buy downs and all that. Or that's just regular.
Nah, that's just regular. That's just regular. I'm not saying low sixes. I'm saying high sixes. High sixes, low sevens. High sixes, low sevens. That's what we're seeing right now in my market. And I think that if they drop below 6, anything
It's
that
gonna
drops
go
below
crazy.
6 is gonna go crazy. Right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing though. What do you believe based on this information right now? How do people position themselves to win now? Like what are some of the things you feel like people need to be doing now just in case that happens?
What they should be doing is, if it happens or don't happen, you gotta boost up your confidence. I notice most people don't have confidence when it comes to actually running numbers on deals. A lot of people don't know how to run accurate comps. They don't know if a deal is a deal. They always gotta seek other people to help them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I was just helping somebody with a deal just now. I get it.
So, you know what I'm saying? People don't know how to confidently run numbers on the deals that they look into, wholesale, flip, or as a rental. So I would say if anybody's looking to transition, or you even in the real estate business now, there's nothing wrong with practicing. Like, you supposed to practice on making better offers. You're supposed to practice on analyzing deals better. If you don't practice, you always rely on somebody else to help you. Like, if you have no deals coming in, you just need to look at random properties on Zillow and start running numbers, because you need to be tight. You need to know exactly what you're looking at, because at the end of the day, if you put this house in the contract, it's up to you to move this house, because you promised the seller you're going to move their house in 30 to 45 days. It's up to you. If you run these numbers, if you buy that deal, at the end of the day, that asset can turn into a liability real quick if your numbers is off. If you're looking at numbers from 12 months ago, you're going to buy yourself a bad deal, because the numbers are not the same. So I think that's number one. If you in the market now, you're going to be in the market later. You need to be running them numbers as tight as possible. You need to be confident on your numbers that you're running. That's number one. Number two, you need to figure out where you stand. Is your credit good? Your credit sucks? You got a W-2? You don't? Whatever. You got to figure out what's the best lending that works for you in this current situation. You need to figure it out now, because if you're going to get in the business in 3, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, it's going to take too much time for you to figure it out. You got to be honest with yourself. If your credit sucks, put the money up to fix your credit right now. Don't wait until 6 months from now. You need to do it now. Prepare yourself now for the future. Don't prepare yourself in the future for the future. It don't make sense. Do the shit right now, and then you'll be in a better position if or when the interest rates drop. Because if you try to make moves once the interest rates drop, you're too late. You know what I'm saying? You got too much competition. Everybody's getting the deals that you've been looking at for the last 6, 7 months. Soon as them bitches drop, it's gonna go crazy. So if you on top of that, all those different things, you're gonna be ready to go, because you've been talking to those people for the last 3, 4 months. Now these people are ready to sell, they're gonna sell to you, not the person that's been doing the work that you've been supposed to be doing. Another thing, you gotta be confident in running your numbers, and also don't be scared to partner with people that have the things that you don't have. So a lot of us as minorities, we don't like to give away nothing. We want to keep everything to ourselves. We don't like to share. We want to make 100% of whatever the profit is. You chasing 100%, you never reach success, because you want it all to yourself. If you're not confident in doing something, partner with somebody that's been doing it. Learn the game. At least, man, your first 2 deals, 3 deals, whatever it is. It could be wholesale, rental, flip. It's better to share the stress with somebody than do it on your own. I'm going to tell you that right now. Byron, wouldn't you rather lose with somebody else rather than lose by yourself?
Oh, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Like, that's the 3 things, man. You got to figure out where you are currently. You got to work on your credit if your credit sucks. and don't be scared to split a deal with nobody. Because that's the fastest way to learn is to partner with somebody that got experience. Shit that you think is hard is very easy. Because they've been through it already. You don't have to second guess yourself. They didn't been through it already. You learn a lot quicker if you actually in the field rather than trying to struggle to get in the field. That makes sense?
That makes a ton of sense. You know, it's funny, man, that you say that because even, you know, the members in the Accelerator Program, a lot of the people who got deals done the quickest did them with other people. You know,
right? You reach success way faster partnering with somebody. Like people trying to figure that out on their own. It's been a year and a half. You still ain't getting no deal.
Like you figuring
like that's
too much.
Stupid. Yeah, you thinking too much. Or you take about 10 classes, you still ain't taking no action. That means real estate may not be for you.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would say, man, I would say this.
If you said 10 classes, 10 courses?
I know people. You think about it. Chris Bruce. Look how long Chris Bruce took. Chris Bruce took like how many years before he did his first deal?
But he was consistent though. He was getting action. He was doing transactions. He was putting houses on the contract. We got people that take 10 courses and scared to cold call. They scared to get on the phone, bro.
That's
like
facts.
you need to take some action. Like stop taking courses and take action. That's what I'm talking about. The people that's scared to call. They're scared to go on appointment. They're scared to do a text message. They're scared to do everything. Like if you're that type of person, you may not be that type of person to take the action. You may be the systems person. You may be the person behind the scenes. If you're that type of person, you got to realize and tell yourself, I'm scared to talk on the phone, but I'm great at computers. Partner with somebody that loves to talk on the phone.
Absolutely.
Like you got to figure, if you weak at something, be honest with yourself, and that's not for me. My lane is computers. My lane is the system. My lane is talking to the VAs. Stick to doing that.
Absolutely.
That's all you got to do. Because they got people that like to talk. They got people that like to show their face on Instagram. They like people that to be the social media person or whatever, the face of a company. They got people that love to do that, but they're not good at systems. That person looking for you. You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk plays. What type of plays do you feel like are going to be the best type of plays to be in going into 2024 for you? What are you looking forward to? What real estate strategy? I know you said you want to do flips. Anything else that you're excited about doing going into 2024 that you feel like would benefit greatly if these interest rates change? Because they're definitely going to change. I'm convinced that they're going to change. What do you think is going to be the best strategies going into the new year?
Man, I was talking to a Section 8 inspector today, man. I ain't gonna lie. For me, first 6 months of the year, strictly focused on flips. Last 6 months of 2024, I'm focused on strictly new development. When I say new development, I'm gonna do single families. That's my first one's gonna be a single family. I'm selling every single family that I do. I'm keeping every duplex that I do.
Why?
Reason being, why would I keep a single family if I can build a duplex? What's the reason for that?
Well,
like if you can build a single family, 9 times out of 10 you can build a duplex in the same area.
Absolutely.
Most times. So why would I build a single family if I could build a duplex? So I'm gonna do the single families in the neighborhoods, of course. The neighborhoods that really not messing with the duplexes, I'm gonna do the single families and sell them. Now the neighborhoods that's cool with the duplexes, I'm gonna do the duplexes and I'm keeping them. Now another thing, what I'm trying to do, as close to as I get to the age of 35, I want to start paying some of these debt down on some of these properties. So that's why I want to flip a lot, start paying some debt. Like the smallest loan that I have, I want to pay that off in 2024. That's what I plan on doing. I want to pay off at least 1 or 2 properties a year.
Are you planning on employing some of the strategies that ICE is talking about doing?
Yeah, boy. Me and ICE met already. It makes sense. Like I want to pay off my house that I'm living in right now in 2024. That's my plan.
Nice. So
my first priority.
I would say this. I would say that my plan obviously is going to be in the development space and in the new construction space, but also I would say this. I'm definitely going to be still wholesaling, right? None of that is going to change, but it's going to be more so in a partnership, right? So my plan is I want to increase my partner base because here's the deal. Huh?
What does that look like when you say increase your partner base?
So here's the deal. I have a lot of resources, right? And I know how to utilize resources. So my plan is I need partners. So I need more and more people that come to me either having a deal that needs help moving a deal, right? And I can just kind of play the middleman, connecting good disposition people with good acquisition people and playing the middle, right? And the deals that I don't that are brought to me that I want to keep, right? Especially if it's something that I can do a partnership on. So my number one strategy is going to always be partnership. I'm always. So if you have a deal that you're looking to bring to me, right, I want to be able to negotiate a partnership with that seller, and I will pay you directly. So how does that look? So
hold on. With that partnership, you partnering with the seller and getting the wholesaler they check. That's it.
I'm giving the wholesaler they check directly.
What about if they want to partner with the new development?
Then they can come in on it. They can come in on it. We just got to negotiate those terms.
They may have to bring some funds or something.
Yeah, well, yeah. If they want to partner, they're gonna have to bring some money into it. Or if they just want to get paid on the back end, right? If they want to get paid a bigger check, yeah, I can give them a bigger check.
Either way, 10, they may get a 15K or 20K.
Absolutely, exactly. You see what I'm saying? And so depending on the deal, I just cut them a check right then and there, and I just go and move forward, because you got to understand, especially if it's a deal where I'm picking up some land with no money out of pocket, right? I may shoot them, I don't know, depending on what it is, 5, 10, 20K, depending on the deal, right? I'll shoot them that, and then I go ahead and do the bill, because that's put me in great position, because I could take the collateral in the land, take it straight to a bank, bro, and just run the play. All I got to pay for is the permits, the plans, right? And any city fees that go along with that. And I can build from that point, right? And think about this. The way I look at it is like this, bro. The least amount of money that I had to come out of pocket in order to get the deal, right? The least amount of money that I had to come out of pocket to get the deal, and the more partnerships that I can potentially do, bro, how many deals can I do? It's infinite. It's infinite. If you have a private money connect that's going to give you the money that you need to do the deals, long as you got the money to front the deal, right? You're going to always have to keep the liquid to be able to start the deal. But as long as you can do that, how many deals can you do?
Infinite.
Infinite.
As long as you can afford to build it.
As long as you can afford to build, but I'm gonna always be able to afford to build it, because I'm gonna always be able to have some type of money connect to be able to make that happen.
So you want to leverage. So what kind of financing are you leveraging moving forward in 2024? Are you strictly
I can tell you what I'm doing now. Right now, I'm primarily private money.
And what is that for the people that don't understand what that is? So hey man, before you answer that question, man, we gotta get the likes up, man. What's going on, man? We got 3 likes, man. Come on, bro.
Yeah, let's get the likes. We got 50 people in the building. Yeah, we can at least get 50 likes.
Come on, people. What's going on, man? At least 10. Come on now. Let's see where we at. Let's see where we at, man. Let's see what. Okay, yeah, all right. They didn't shut up. I like that. We appreciate the participation. Yeah. So how are you setting all this up? So let's just go straight from the beginning.
Okay.
Wholesaler come like, hey man, I got this lot I want to move. Boom. Uh-huh. So I come to you. I got a lot I want to move. How do you want to get this done? It's in 3rd Ward. I'm asking 30,000. It's a 10,000 square foot lot. What you gonna do?
All right. First thing from the beginning. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, well, look, man, you think this seller is open to partnering with me on this deal, and I can overpay them for it, right?
It's possible.
Okay. If that is possible, why don't we set up a conversation where we can have, sit down and maybe meet with this seller and see if that is possible. And if it's possible, don't even worry about it. I'm going to break you off whatever your fee was going to be anyway. And you can be out the door and get your money and move on, and then I can negotiate this with the seller.
So let's just say the seller says, I may agree to it. Let me hear what you got to say. What you saying? Like, how does this benefit me?
Gotcha. So how it benefits the seller in pretty much all cases is that, number one, I'm going to overpay you for the property, right? And the way I do it is depending on the seller. Some sellers, I'm going to give them just a fixed amount, right? So I have one that I'm negotiating right now where it's a fixed amount. Then I have others where I give them a percentage. So I tell them, hey, look, Mr. Seller, I'm going to give, if you give me this land, right, we're going to look at that land as, let's say if the land is worth $100,000, that's going to be $100,000 cash contribution to this new LLC that we're going to create, right? And then after we create the LLC, together, let's say I may build 400,000. I may build 400,000 worth of development on this particular piece of property, and you 100,000. So that makes you a 20% owner of this particular property, or no, is it 25% owner, and I'm a 75% owner of this particular property because the whole thing is going to be worth 500,000, right? So what that means is when we get ready to sell it, let's say we may turn around and sell this 500,000. We put 500,000 in between land and the deal. Let's say if it's worth 700, 800,000, right? After completion, right? When the seller, when we sell it, right? The seller going to take 25% of whatever that profit is, minus the realtor, minus all of the commissions, minus all of the fees. They're going to take 25% of that profit for themselves, plus they 100,000. I'm going to take whatever other profit is left, minus all of the debt.
Got you. So they getting 100K of what they wanted initially.
Yeah.
Plus they getting 25% of the profit of the whole deal.
Absolutely.
And I think more people will accept that because they're making way more money.
Why give that money to a bank when you could take that money yourself? That's my pitch to the seller.
And you making 25% more than you would be, but you may have to wait 18 months, 16 months. Now, are you honest and upfront about the time period, or you just be like,
so here's the deal. A lot of the sellers, especially in up and coming areas, and I'm pretty sure this is the case in a lot of areas, whether you are in Houston, Dallas, whether you're in Atlanta, any hot market, bro, where those sellers are not really that interested in selling anyway. Think about it. They're not that interested in selling. They're only willing to sell.
What's going on.
Yeah, they know what's going on. The only thing that will excite them to sell is if they overcharge you for the land. So here's the deal. We got Shay in the chat right now. How many sellers are only excited to sell you their land in an up and coming area, right? If they want that overcharging you for it. They only are interested if they overcharging you for it, meaning you're going to pay 10, 20, 30, 40, $50,000 more than what that property is worth. When you go to the tax value, right? When you go to the tax value, you ain't going to be nowhere close, especially in the up and coming area, a lot of these sellers. So when you're dealing with a seller that's not that interested in selling because they know the value of the property, you partner with those people and you give them that 25% on that profit. Now, what do you think they're going to think? They're going to look at it like, damn, yeah, bro, it's a win-win. So now they getting overpaid for the property. I'm able to take the property and utilize it as collateral for me to go take it to the bank, right? And I'm able to really go into the deal with little to no money out of my pocket outside of the plans and the permits, right?
It was a win-win situation.
Absolutely.
You put no money down, and they getting 25% more on their property.
Plus, I'm giving them appraisal value. Yeah,
they really get more than 25% more because once that structure built, that's way more than 25,000.
Absolutely.
They may get 70, 80,000. Yeah, that's a deal. Now, how often do people say yes to that? Like, let's just keep it real. Like, everybody who you pitched it to, how many percentage of them said yes? And how many of them said no?
So I would say this, and I'm just looking at the ones that I have in the pipeline now, right? I would say the majority of them will be inclined to say yes. So let's say if we're looking at a 50-50 scale, I would say about 60% of them are going to be open to saying yes. But here's the thing.
So 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10 are going to be open to saying yes. But here's the deal. A lot of times it do take some time of nurture to get them to the finish line, which is cool.
Now, when you say time, you're talking about 3 months, 3 weeks, 8 months.
I would say you need to be able to, you need to be prepared to follow up with this person anywhere from 3 to 6 months.
Now, when you say prepared to follow up with them, what does those follow-ups look like? You calling them, you pulling them to their house, you saying, hey, what's going on, Miss Shirley? Merry Christmas. You sending them gift cards. You sending them. What that follow up actually look like? Because we got to break it down for our people so they really understand.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna tell you what's happening right now. Matter of fact, I had a call with Thomas. He's in Accelerator Program today. He actually pulled up on a guy. Thomas is like King pull up. He pulling up. Right? He pulling up on you, right? And so he pulled up on a guy. So we have one deal that we're doing, and it's on the same street. So that deal is pretty much ready to be inked, and it's done. It's the 3rd ward. We're building 4 townhouses there, and it's gonna be a beautiful situation. On that,
you really want that one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I need that. That one has some title issues. That's the only thing we're working on with that one. But it's another one on that same street. Thomas just pulled up on him, right? And he just follows up with him. I would say on average, anywhere between, I would say 3 to 6 months. Some of them may take a little longer. But here's the thing, though. Bro, you're talking about properties in, number one, an up-and-coming area, right? So time is a benefit. So even if it do take a little longer,
it's going up in value.
It's going up in value, bro. You understand what I'm saying? And so the way I'm looking at it is, how many can we put in the pipeline? Again, I'm looking for partners, right?
And you're looking for consistency. So that time is really working in your favor because you need time to start these bills anyway. You need time for your permitting process. So at the end of the day, you're looking to start new projects every 3 months, basically.
Every 3 months.
And just fall in the funnel.
Exactly. Nonstop. And the more I can bring into the funnel, bro, imagine it's like cake work at that point. It's just a matter of how fast we can get them through the system and build.
I like that, man. I like that. So you finally got your first one off the ground.
Yes.
How I feel, bro? How I feel? Because it's been a little journey.
It feel good, man. I went to the site today, and I'm missing 5 feet though, so we got to figure that out. So I was talking to the architect today, and I don't know how they mix this up, but we 5 feet different. So we got to sort that out. But you know, these are just the things that come along with development, right? So sometimes when you are developing, sometimes the surveyor may miss something, sometimes the architect may miss something. Thank God I have good people on my team, because you got to understand, this could have easily been a $30,000 mistake, right? Because they could have just moved forward without checking that, right? And then I could have already went with my peers, bro. That would have been an easy, $20,000 right there.
That'd have been messing everything up. So moving forward in 2024, what do you think are gonna be the biggest like miscues, like the things that people are gonna miss out on in 2024 with these interest rates decreasing?
I think ownership is gonna be key. I think we have to position ourselves to own something, and I think creatively is gonna be the key, because the good thing about when you own something creatively, you don't have to bear the brunt of upfront money, right? And if it increases your overall equity over that time, it's just a win-win. You can't lose that way. But if you do it the opposite way, and you just upfront a lot of cash, I don't think you need to be going into deals where you're spending a lot of money right now. That's my thing.
Why is that?
Because I feel like,
because some people, that's all they know. I got $20,000 to spend. I'm looking to put this down payment on something. We gotta realize a lot of people are stuck in the old way of investing in real estate. Like they talking about the 15% down, the 20% down. Like I spoke to the event the other day. Nobody heard of creative finance. Nobody ever heard of nobody ever heard of owner finance. I asked the crowd, average, like how much do you usually hear that you got to put down on the house? Most people say 20%, man. Some people say 20%. I said, have you ever heard of someone buying a property without doing that? Nobody said yes. Everybody's like, man, we heard we had to put 20% down, 10% down. We got to realize that as real estate investors, I'd say probably 90% still do real estate the old way. Do you think that's a fair number? Because a lot of people do
90%
not.
easy, maybe 95%.
You got to realize a lot of people not doing what we talking about right now.
A lot of people leave with money.
Thanks. So, you know, the thing is, we got to really educate ourselves on how to have a leg up in this next market. Because if you're not good at solving people's problems, you're not good at actually communicating, why would the seller go with you, create finances, if they can go to somebody else that got the money? That's you up against. You up against people that got cash. You may have some money, but you may not have the whole 20%. So you got to beat them at the game. And if you're not good at talking on the phone, solving their problem, and nurturing them for months, you're going to lose some deals. I'll be honest with you. You're going to lose a lot of deals, bro.
So what does
somebody
that
can
look
come in and say, I got cash. Go ahead.
Yeah, so what does that look like? Let's play that out real quick if you don't mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm hit you with the ring. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's good. Hey, bro. This is what I do.
Hey, let's talk about it, man. Listen, man, if y'all want to hit a ring, put some fire emojis in the chat. Make sure you hit the like button.
Y'all want to hit a little role play?
Yeah,
on
man.
the spot.
Talking creative finance plays,
on the spot.
Man.
Most people can't handle it on the spot.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Listen, hit the like button, get some fire emojis in the chat. We're finna do a little bit of role play on the creative finance blast.
Let's see if I'm about that. Let's see if I'm about that, man.
Yeah. All right, so ring.
You calling me? I'm calling you.
I'm calling you. Me. You calling me.
I gotta do it. All right, let's get it. I'm ready. All right, let's go. So who doing ring? Do the ring. Let's go.
All right, ring.
Hey, Mr. Byron, what's going on? How you doing this evening?
Oh, man, I'm good, man. How about you?
Man, I'm doing fantastic, man. I just finished watching a little movie with the wifey, man. It was going good. Had a good day. How about yourself?
Man, I had a decent day, man. I, just kind of busy, man. Was putting up some camera stuff and doing some woodwork, man.
Camera stuff, woodwork, man. If you don't mind me asking, what you got going on, man? Cameras, woodwork, sound like you got a whole lot of big situation going on, man.
Yeah, man. It's just setting up some security cameras at one of my properties, man. I just want to make sure everything is good, man. That's all it is. But how can I help you, though? How can I help you?
Oh, man, Mr. Byron, I was just honestly calling about this property that I seen. Sound like you active in the real estate game, man. Because I hear you talking about cameras, you putting cameras up at properties, man. If you don't mind me asking, you have any things going on? Why you putting cameras up?
Yeah, man. We just like to keep an eye on my livestock out there. I got some livestock, and I like to make sure that the livestock is well taken care of. That's all it is, man.
Livestock, okay. Mm-hmm. When you talk about livestock, you talking about Bambi? You talking about some deer? You talking about some hogs? Some pigs? What you talking about?
No, man, I got a couple cows out there, man. I got some pigs, and a couple things like that, some chicken.
So what you do with all that? You just raise it for fun? You take them to the sale barn? Because, I'll be honest, I grew up around cows, horses, chickens, pigs, rabbits, dogs. So, we used to kill 1-2 a year. We'll sell a few to the sale barn. What exactly are you doing with all the livestock?
Yeah, we eat them. We eat some of them and we sell some of them, and main thing is I try to offset my taxes too. They're a great offset on my taxes.
Man, I like where you're going here. The most important thing when you make a lot of money, sound like you make a lot of money, Mr. Byron. I may be wrong, but that tax bill at the end of the year, you got to pay Uncle Sam. So it sounds like
that's why we got the animals. That's why we keep the animals.
So how does that typically work with your tax bill with the animals? Because I really would love some education on that because I'm interested in offsetting some taxes as well. I may have to buy a collar too often.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It just works as like a little, tax write off, man. The government give me some discounts on my taxes for having a livestock there, man. That's all it is, man.
Gotcha. So look, Mr. Byron, I don't want to keep you too long, man. Sound like you're busy. So about that property you got on 123 Main Street, you got a little time to talk about it? I know you're busy with the cameras and the woodwork. I won't take too
Let's
much of
talk
your
about it.
time. So that property that you have, man, how long you been having that property?
Oh, that property I've been having that property for the last, 20 years, man. Yeah, I actually got that one from my from my dad, man. He passed away, and he gave that one to me, and he gave another one over to my brother.
I got you, man. I'm sorry to hear about your father, man. My grandma passed about 2 weeks ago, so I don't know how it is to lose a father, but I know how it is to lose a grandma. So my condolences to you. So man, I seen that the property been vacant for a while, and y'all passing it down the family. You plan on passing it down to any of your kids?
No, man. I'm probably gonna end up selling this one because if I could just get the right offer, man. I've been getting a lot of calls, man. These people playing on my phone. I get calls about it every single day, man. Are you looking to buy too or something?
Yeah, man. I'll be honest. I can only imagine how many calls you get because it's a nice piece of property. They got a lot of new development going on in the area, so I can only imagine you getting 3-4 calls a day.
Yeah,
so
man,
you said
blowing my phone up, man. I have the time. I hang up on most of them. I probably would have hung up on you too, man. But you sound like a pretty cool guy, man. So I just let it slide. But half them folk, I can't even understand their accents, brother.
Hey, Mr. Byron, man, I appreciate you not hanging up on you, man. Seemed like I met a friend today. So you say you've been hanging up on a lot of them. You've been getting a lot of calls. They've been playing with you on the phone. What kind of offers they present you? Because it sounds like they present some pretty low numbers.
Yeah, they've been wasting my time, man. That's why I ain't trying to give it away. I don't need to sell it. I do pretty well for myself. I really don't need to sell it. But if somebody was to approach me with a decent enough number, I'd entertain that.
Gotcha. Look, Mr. Byron, I'm not here to waste your time. So if you can, what's the number that make you smile?
That's a good question, man. What you think? What you think a good number? You're a real estate man,
Mr. Byron, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I don't want you to hang up the phone on me. So I'm just trying to see how I can stay on the phone. If I'm sure you got a number in mind.
So you mean to tell me, okay, I got 10,000 square foot in the middle of Houston. You ain't got no number that you think will work for me?
Of course, I got a number, but I'm sure you got a number too. So I'd love to hear your number so I can tell you my number.
I tell you this.
Okay, go ahead.
I tell you this. If you come in with anything less than 500,000 for 10,000 square foot in the middle of Houston, you wasting my time. We might as well get off the phone right now. I'm accepting 500,000 and higher. And I'm right here by the medical center. Where the medical center is.
Yeah, you're in a good area then.
Yeah, I'm in a real good area. So I know the value. They putting up them townhouses and all that stuff around here every single day. So if you're not talking at least $500,000, then you would really wasting my time, sir.
Mr. Byron, that's a strong number, but I appreciate you telling me that you love 500,000. Let me ask you something real quick. If you was me, I'll be honest, I'm 30 years old. I got 3 kids, got a wife, recently got married. If you was me and you would get this land, what do you think you would do with it?
Man, you could do whatever you want to do with it. I would probably build me some houses on it, and I know that the properties over here, a lot of these little houses over here, selling for $500,000 a pop. So, I know that you can make your money if you was to build something on this.
What? Okay, I know you just told me. Why you haven't tried to do any of those things?
Man, that's not what I do. I'm an engineer, and I like livestock, and I'm a country boy, man. So
what type of engineer, if you don't mind me asking?
Electrical engineer.
Gotcha. Nice. So I'll be honest, Mr. Byron, I got something for you, man. I've been writing some things down. I think it makes sense for you, make sense for me. I'll be honest, I can't pay the 500,000, Mr. Byron. I can't do that. But I can pay close to it if you open to hear it. You open to hear what I gotta say, or you're not really interested?
Nah, not really, man. Because that 500, I really need to be 500 north.
Okay. Well, look, I'll be honest. I was gonna come with cash. I ain't gonna lie. I hope you don't hang up on me. I hope you're sitting down. I was gonna come at 325 cash, but look, sound like a good guy. I would love to do business with you. If I can pay you, 500 over time, is that something you think you can do?
What you mean by that?
Man, I heard, when you're speaking earlier, you sound like you're big on taxes. Man, I'm big on taxes myself. You got to think about it. If I give you $500,000, if I give you $500,000, let's just say the next 30 days, you got to imagine, Mr. Byron, how much taxes you going to pay on $500,000. You sound like you well off. You make some money, man. So you got to realize that's like 15-20% in taxes. So do you really want to pay Uncle Sam all that money?
I'm listening.
Let me do the math real quick, man. I'm just trying to be open and transparent with you. At 15% taxes, that's paying Uncle Sam $75,000. You trying to give away $75,000, Mr. Byron?
I'm listening. I'm listening. You got my ears open now. You talking my language.
We got to realize that the tax code it tax passive income different than lump sums of cash. So I think it'll be a win-win situation. I know you want $500,000. If I pay you over time, let's just say monthly payments, $500,000, maybe $2,500 a month, probably over the next 5-6 years. You think that's something you'd be interested in? You got to realize that passive income is taxed at a whole different rate than me just giving you a lump sum.
What kind of down payment you talking though?
Man, shit. Fine, you trying to kill me, man. I'm paying you what you want, and you ask for down payment. I'll be honest, I'm not interested in the down payment part.
Okay. Well,
because you got to realize I'm paying you top dollar for what you want. I'm helping you save on taxes. If you can, Mr. Byron, just help me out with the down payment, man. I need some money to start this extra process. If I give
what are you trying to do?
Man, I'm really trying to do some new construction, man. I've been really interested in new construction. I think I could probably build you. I'm thinking about 4 duplexes in the area. If I can do that, I think that'll be good for the area. It will get I get the value I need. I'm paying top dollar for the land. I got to maximize the value. So I'm thinking about 4 duplexes. What's your thoughts on that?
How does it benefit me to give it to you at my bottom number though?
Your bottom number.
Let's say if I was to take you up on the offer of doing it over time, how does it benefit me to just give you the property because at that time it's going to be worth more? Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, it would be. But you're benefiting because you're getting what you want, the $500K. And you're not paying, and you're really not losing the $75,000. Because if I'm paying you $500, your profit is really $425. But I really want you to put the whole $500 in your pocket. That's how it's benefiting you.
That makes sense.
You talked about that.
That makes sense. So you planning on doing some building on this land?
Yes, sir.
How long you think it's going to take for you to get the build done?
I ain't gonna lie to you, Mr. Byron. The way these permit offices have been going, I don't know. To start the bill, I like to start in the next 30 days, but in reality, maybe 12 to 18 months, to be honest with you. But, once we get this process started, I'll keep you updated the whole time.
And what if you default and you can't get what you want to get done?
We're not in the business of default, but at the end of the day, you get the property back.
And I keep all of the money?
Yeah, it's my loss, your gain.
I'm open to talking about this.
Okay. So look, how about, what you looking like in the next 10 minutes? Are you free in the next 10 minutes?
I'm free. What you got?
So I want to pull up a Zoom. You familiar with computers?
I'm pretty familiar with computers.
I can send you a link. I can show you the projects that I've done in the area where I partnered with sellers, or I bought land owner finance. I can show you what we did. I can show you what they sold for. I just want to show you what we do. Is that something you'd be interested in?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Give me about 5 to 10 minutes. I'm gonna go get me something to drink. We actually can stay on the phone. I just want to set everything up, and then I can show you what we do. How's that sound?
Sound great.
All right, cool. Let me go get something to drink. Let me go kiss my wife. If you can, just hold on for a little minute. I'm gonna show you what we really do.
Love it. If you thought that was fire, put a fire emoji in the chat. Listen, if you have any questions about that as well, go ahead and put those questions in the chat, because we want to answer some questions right now to make sure that we kind of laid out all of the things properly and make sure you fully understood all of the things that was going on, because there was a lot that took place in that.
What was your thoughts about that, man? Give me some real raw feedback, man. What's your thoughts, man?
All right. So let me tell you. So I love the fact that you went for the owner finance play. You know what I'm saying? Because you was able to meet the seller where he wanted to be. That was key. Another killer piece in that was that you was listening to my pain point.
I'm a dog at listening, boy.
Hey, I don't know if y'all peeped that, but see, he understood. You gotta understand. I got cattle like that. I got cattle. I got chickens, all kind of shit that I'm doing to avoid paying taxes, right? And he was able to find the pain point, which was the taxes, right? Obviously, I do pretty well for myself, so I'm not hurting for money. I'm in this space where I'm trying to reduce my tax liability, right? And so understanding that was critical. The only difference I would have say, and it's not that it's better or worse, the only difference I would have went for the partnership play on that play.
But that's what you do, though.
That's what I do. Yeah, that's what I do. So I would have pitched that like, I really want to give you more than what this property is worth, to be honest with you, Mr. Seller. That's what I want to do. I want to give you more than what that.
But I'm thinking about this. You said 10,000 square feet. That's a small lot.
Not in the middle of Houston. Bro, you get you 10,000 square foot in a medical center, bro.
But you gotta realize
that's grass gold.
So I'm thinking 500,000 a lot. If I'd have known that's a good price, it would have been a different conversation.
Yeah. Nah,
because I'm thinking Louisiana prices.
No.
500,000.
Yeah, bro. Medical center, 10,000 square foot, bro. You can do so much with that, bro. You can do so much with that. So yeah, it's a different ball game. Now it is still a little high. It's still a little high. I didn't know the
value, so I don't know if you caught it. That's why I pitched. Look, man, I'm young. What would you do with the lot? I want to figure out, is this shit really valuable by you telling me what you was gonna do with the lot?
Yeah. So here's
I don't know the market.
Somebody just asked the question: why would somebody accept no money down? Right? Why would they accept that no money down?
Bruh, it's all about the conversation. If you can get them comfortable with you, they cool with working with you. And you got to realize, I'm giving him what he wants. He's not paying no taxes. He getting all the benefits right now. I gotta get something, Mr. Seller. You winning all type of ways. I'm losing right now. Is there any way you can help me? Like, it's gonna take a lot of money to get this started. I gotta get permits. I got soft costs. I gotta get dirt tests. I gotta get an engineer out there. I gotta see if I can really do what I want to do on this property. I gotta spend at least $50,000. Like, Mr. Seller, I need something.
So I would say the tax benefits. That, you know what? Just because of that no money down is the reason why I would have went straight partnership play. Because, I ain't gonna give you nothing, Mr. Seller. I ain't gonna give you nothing, but I'm gonna give you a big bag at the end, Mr. Seller, and I'm gonna overpay you for the property. Yeah, see, Kelly just put in a right shoe property value. Absolutely. Anything in that medical center, listen, it's gonna hit you in your head for that property. That's just how it goes, especially if it's in the city, in certain areas. But so
we got to get the likes up for the role play, man. That was on the spot. That was on the spot, man. Get the likes up real quick, man. At least get to 45, man. Y'all help us out real quick, man.
Yeah, just the 45, man. Yeah, that's for a lot.
So, at the end of the day, I have conversations with sellers like this all the time, and I'm like, chill, but I be throwing a pin in the air, just talking, listening at the same time, bro. If you not a good If you're not a good person with memory, you got to get a pen, start writing things down. Everything they say that you can talk about and add value or pull them out. Sometimes you can be like, oh, you like football? You like Dallas? Dallas. Oh my God, they got to be the worst team in the league. Or just, you got to do something to get them talking, make them feel comfortable. All Dallas fans
Absolutely.
hate when you say they trash, bro. It's gonna be a good conversation. I'm telling you. Like, if you're not good at remembering, write some things down. If you just have genuine conversations, be cool on the phone, be yourself. Don't try to overdo it. Don't try to sound like you super educated. You know everything. Don't do that. Just chill, have a good time on the phone, and you will close more deals, especially when it comes on the finance.
What would be the closing costs on 500,000? It depends, man. It really it depends. It may not be that much if you don't have no loan in place.
Yeah,
right?
If he don't, so he shouldn't have a loan because the property got passed down. That's why another ask again. You plan on passing this property down to your kids? That'd have been a different situation. But
Yeah.
If he owned it outright and y'all just doing the finance and shit, it shouldn't be that much. They just doing title.
Yeah, that's it. Just title insurance. That's all you really paying for at that point. So that's easy. That's easy work. So I would say this. So the only difference that I would have added to that is I would have went with the partnership play, right? I would have pitched him with overpaying him for the property, right? Giving him more than what it's worth. That would have been my pitch. And I would have told him, look, me and you a partner on this deal. After the completion of the bill, and we sell these assets off, I'm gonna give you your percentage. I'm gonna keep my percentage, and we could cut ties, or we could keep some of the properties. It's up to you. You may want to hold on to one or two of the properties. I may want to hold on to one or two of the properties.
I got a question about that.
Yeah.
Because do you think every seller is good to partner with?
Probably not. But let me tell you why.
We gotta talk about that. Because somebody here listening, fuck around and partner with somebody, and he'll give them a headache the whole time.
They're gonna give them a headache the whole time. But that's why it's critically important, you guys, that when you writing up your the powers, right? When you're giving yourself a certain amount of power, let me show you something. You have to be in 100% control of the LLC. And I wish I could share my screen right now and show you. Let me see if I can present real quick. Let me see if I can share my screen. I look like I can share my screen. Yeah. Ooh, let's see what we got here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So let me show you what this look like real quick. So it says the manager has general supervision, direction, and control of the business, the LLC. In addition, subject to provisions of the state of organizations law, any limit, blah, 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 requiring approval from the members. Okay, so basically what it is, I can select and remove all officers and agents and employees of the LLC prescribed to any powers and duties for the officers that are consistent with the law. Okay, I'm going to show you something real quick. Let me find my magic spot.
So this is the operating agreement that you actually have.
This is the operating agreement that I actually have right now. So I can change the principal business office from one location to another. I could qualify the LLC to do business in any state, territory, dependency, or country, conduct business without the United States. I can borrow money and incur indebtedness on behalf of the LLC and cause to be executed and delivered for the LLC purposes. Bro, I can literally do everything. I have all of the power and control to manage this LLC. I can call a meeting. Huh?
You ain't pay nothing for the land.
I ain't pay nothing for the land, but I can control every aspect of the land once I go into this partnership for that very reason. Now, what this sets me up to do is I don't have to like my partner after 6 months. I don't have to like him after 12 months, but I will have control over that asset, right, until we complete it. Now, the only control I can't have is screwing them out of their money. They're going to get their money regardless. But when it comes down to how I conduct a business, I have absolute 100% unmitigated control over that.
That's a win.
Absolutely. And here's the thing.
Sure.
A lot of the sellers don't want control because they don't understand that side of the business anyway. So if I don't have that level of control, the bank ain't gonna let me even get the money how I need to get the money anyway, right? So I need absolute control to be able to do all of the things I need to do.
So let's talk about that. Once you get that private in the contract and you have that LLC and the operating agreement in place, what is that next step? How are you leveraging that actual land? Like what? The step by step. You got the contract. You got the LLC. Now what's next?
So the next step is gonna be going and getting funding, right? So I'm going to get funding. That's my next step. I'm going to talk to people about funding. And then after that, I'm going to get with I'm going to take that back. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my architect and I'm going to go and see exactly what I can build, right? And here's the key to building. This is what makes building so sweet in comparison to other things. All I'm going to do, is I'm going to look at all of the comps in the area. All of the comps. I'm gonna look at all of the properties that are selling for this particular amount, that particular amount. And then I'm gonna go to my architect and I'm gonna say, hey, can you build me this particular plan? I want to build it maybe 200 square foot smaller. Okay. I'm always gonna build smaller. I don't want to use.
What's the reason for that?
Because I get more profit the smaller I build. Yeah. So because a lot of times, bro, the difference between 200 square foot and 100 square foot, depending on the area, you can still get around the same, if not more profit. So I'm always build slightly smaller than my competition. Right. And I get to build it that way. So, I mean, it's just a beautiful situation if you get to build exactly what is going to profit you the most amount of money.
So when you say you go for funding, are you doing like, I'm going to get a loan on the land, I'm going to get a line of credit on the land, I'm going to go to a small bank and say, look, I'm trying to build this, or you go to hard money lender, you go to private money, like what does that funding piece look like?
So I'm going to go to hard money lenders and I'm going to go to private money lenders, right? Because I never want to be left hanging at the closing table. All of them will leave you hanging at the closing table if you're not careful, right? That's why we interview all of these entities first, right? And so I'm going to go to private money first because private money is going to give me the most amount of flexibility. Because if they know that they're going into the deal and they can collateralize that land, they know that it's a no-lose situation for them, right? So let's say, for instance, if I go to them with $100,000 piece of land, right? And I tell them, look, don't even worry about giving me any money before you see anything. I'm going to put up the money for the foundation and you just come back and refund me the money I put up for the foundation when it passes inspection. So the lender, I got a private money lender that has a no-lose situation because they're only giving me money based on what I've already put up money to build. So it's a no-lose situation. Plus, I'm going to have builder's risk. I'm going to have all of my insurance, and it's just a no-lose situation.
Got you. So when you're talking to these private money lenders, what does that conversation look like?
It depends. So you have two different types of private money lenders. You have some private money lenders who are more like hard money lenders, right? And then you have other private money lenders who will give you the money to fund a project, right? And so depending on the type of private money that I'm doing, right, that conversation is different. So if it's somebody looking to go into long-term partnership with me, then we gonna do deals together. And so I'm just gonna keep their money moving in and out of projects. Now, if it's somebody that is just a hard money lender, but that's using private money, then I'm just going to use their money, give them a % back on their money, and that's it. It's just that simple. Yeah.
I love it, man. I love it. We got a question. So once you build a duplexes, then you would pay the $500K minus what you already paid.
Correct. Well, I would say this. $500K is what we paid. That's all in. That's everything we paid, right? And so after the realtor fees, closing costs, all of the different incentives or whatever we had to throw into the deal to make it sell, all of the rest of it is pure profit, and we just bust it down accordingly. If the seller is 50% owner, or my private money lender is whatever percent owner, we just bust it down accordingly.
Like it, man. What other questions we got?
They said I can't stand to see 400K properties with tiny bedrooms and closets. Definitely not not a win for the buyer.
That's all you see now, though. I never seen no new developments with no big rooms. That's dead.
Yeah. So where I'm gonna probably cut is gonna be, living room, right? I may cut a little bit of that dining. But at the end of the day, I'm never gonna be the biggest, and I'm not even gonna build to the exact specs of my competitors. It just don't make sense in this market with interest rates going up. You never want to be overbuilding, right? Because typically when you overbuild, you take the return. You don't get the return. It's almost a guarantee you're not gonna get the return for it.
So I think a lot of people, people that's just getting started with the building, they building with emotion and not off profit and numbers. Like even when people that first started rehabbing houses, they rehabbing houses like they're about to live there. And a lot of people that flip houses really don't really make money. Like people be making $5,000-$10,000 and cool with that. I'm not cool with flipping a house and making $5,000-$10,000. I don't think it's worth my time.
Facts.
So everything that you do in real estate should be straight off of numbers. No emotions should be involved unless, it's a house that you grew up in or something like that. Maybe something like that. But actually buying a house to flip for a profit, man, don't get any feelings about the profit, man. All the comps is tile showers. Put a tile shower, man. You ain't got to put no steam shower. You know what I'm saying? If all the houses got tile countertops, you go ahead and put you some tile countertops, man. You ain't got to go with the granite in the quartz.
Because the thing about it is you're not going to get your money for it. You're just not.
No.
You're not going to get your money. The only area where, and it depends on the area, the only area where I plan on spending money that I don't really care if I get the money back is I am going to be doing smart homes. But I believe in the markets where I'm building, people will appreciate that, right? I'm going to be building smart homes, and I'm doing it for two reasons, right? Let me tell you why, right? So I'm going to have Ethernet throughout my entire bills, right? So
That's expensive wire, huh?
Not that much. It's not that bad. I mean, you could get some Cat 6 wire and you can run it through a whole house, man. I think we did the office. At the office, we did, and at all of my bills, I've done it. So, but at the office, I think it cost us maybe about $1,500, $2,000.
What is the benefit of doing a smart house rather than a regular bill?
Yeah. So when you have that Ethernet already run, bro, you just future proof. If you want to set up security cameras, high level security cameras, you can do that. If you want to run faster internet speeds, because a lot of people are wanting to hardwire their internet speeds. This is a growing thing. It's not a big thing with a lot of people, because a lot of people think of Wi-Fi off top, but it's a lot of people who really appreciate Ethernet being already run, and they will overpay for it. They will overpay for it.
Especially with people a lot of people working from home.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. It's a new trend. It's not something that everybody can appreciate because we haven't seen it. But when people know that it's Ethernet here, yes, it's a high appreciation. Plus, if I decide to keep it, I can wire the house is a whole lot easier for my security and all of those different things in the future. So that's the reason why. Like I see the producer in the back dancing. She loving that Ethernet talk. That is crazy. I ain't know. We shout out to the nerds in the building. You know what I'm saying? If you can appreciate Ethernet being pre-wired in a house, go ahead and put a 5 emoji in the chat. I just want to know if we got some nerds in the building who can appreciate
I ain't gonna lie.
that happening. Also, speakers, smart speakers, all of those things are a benefit to having Ethernet in the house, especially in big cities, for sure.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know nothing about that. Like my computer right now is not hardwired, but I need to go buy me an Ethernet cable to hardwire. I was just talking about that before we started the show. I'm sure yours is hard. I'm sure yours is hardwired, right?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Sometimes because I have to run a long cable because you know what I mean.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that you got to run it from upstairs or downstairs.
Yeah, it's crazy. But any house that I'm building, it will have Ethernet for sure because that's the play. And it's the move of the future.
Difference, though?
Huh?
Is it a big difference from Wi-Fi?
It's a massive difference. It's a massive, not even close.
So the speed is like way fast.
Bruh, it's not only faster, but it's stable, right? You got to understand, bro, everybody got Wi-Fi. The congestion is getting crazy, right? So it's just 10 times better. And here's the thing. Even if you want better Wi-Fi, right? If you want better Wi-Fi, look, let me show you something. If you want better Wi-Fi, you can even get better Wi-Fi if you got Ethernet because you can run the Wi-Fi through a network, right? And you can get them Wi-Fi boosters and you can connect it directly to your internet instead of it being like some kind of weird radio Wi-Fi booster.
Bro, you lost me a while ago. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sorry, but I'm going somewhere, and I think this is a thing. I think this is a thing. Yes, yeah. You know, as a matter of fact, I'm finna completely nerd out, and I'm finna show y'all exactly the system. I'm finna show you the system that I actually am looking to employ once I do it. So this right here is the Unify. If anybody is looking for high quality, if you are hardwiring your system, right? And you only want to make sure that you have the extremely fast Wi-Fi, or if you have an Airbnb, or if you have any property where you're going to be running any kind of security, right? And you want to be able to monitor that Wi-Fi, you want to go to unify.com and they allow you, you'll see these. Now that you've seen this, you'll see these everywhere. Oh, you're going to start seeing them places. And what they do is they can put these little things different places and you have extremely fast Wi-Fi, even whether you are hardwired or not. So
on this thing right here, you can see every device that's connected to your Wi-Fi.
Every device that's connected to your Wi-Fi, it just opens up so many doors with the ability to have Ethernet in them houses. And that's why I believe that the right customer will see it and immediately overpay.
So you think I should run Ethernet in my house?
Yeah. Ruby says she gonna overpay.
If you'd overpay for a house with Ethernet, put a flame in the chat, man. I'm just trying to see if this shit normal or something, man. If they tell me, let's just say I'm walking in a house with an agent, they say they got Ethernet, I ain't gonna know what she talking about. I'll be like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, bro. It's a thing. It is definitely a thing. See, Ashley, shout out to Ashley in the building. You know what I mean? Yep. So
that's what's up, man.
Yeah, so I think that's the wave of the future. Now that's just something that I'm doing, right? Because I do believe that it adds to the value of the house for the right buyer. And I think in Houston, bro, them buyers, they know about that kind of stuff, especially when you in the Heights, in these up and coming areas, bro. Yeah, them hippies, they love that, bro. Them hipsters, they come on, bro.
It's a hipster situation,
bruh. Let me tell you, they love it. They love it because they know the value of it. Man,
I want to know, man, if y'all getting value from today's conversation, tonight's show, man, put some flames in the chat, man. We're just trying to figure out. We're have a good time
tonight. See, Ashley said, I can guarantee you our entire neighborhood would do this. We're sick of our Wi-Fi. It's a fact.
So Wi-Fi is going away?
It's not that it's going away. It's just unreliable, right? It's not as reliable as you're gonna have different, especially in the city, right? So in big city, when you
it's too much congestion.
Yeah, it's unreliable.
I'm really trying to think the wave of the internet. It started with AOL, and then it went to the actual hardwire. Mm-hmm. Then it went to Wi-Fi. So now we're going back to hardwire.
Yeah, and even if you do hardwire, right? The fact that you can hardwire directly to a Wi-Fi booster, now you have reliable Wi-Fi, but you still need Ethernet to do that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a whole situation right there, bro.
Even the doorbells, the cameras, the speakers, the smart speaker, bro. It's just it's crazy. It's crazy. Ethernet is a new wave.
I wonder if Malcolm got Ethernet in his house. He in IT.
A lot of the older houses don't have them, but if you look at some of the newer ones, they are starting to build it in, especially in the entertainment systems. So
you only putting that in houses in 3rd Ward and 5th Ward, or just 3rd Ward?
Any area where I feel like it's up and coming, right? So I wouldn't
anywhere where they got the hippies.
Yeah, exactly. Malcolm said he got to unify. He got to unify.
What's that? Is that thing you just showed?
Absolutely.
Oh my God! So that's a Wi-Fi booster, right?
No, it do more than Wi-Fi. It's a whole network.
Robert probably got it too. I can see. Yeah, Malcolm and Robert probably got that.
Yeah. So here's the thing, though. When you go to most restaurants, they have systems like that. That's what they have. That's what they utilize. They use it for their speakers, for their internet, for all of those things. When you go to hotels, that's what they're using. Most businesses, that's what they're using.
Because they got a lot of people in the area using the same Wi-Fi.
Using the same, and they can set up, blocks and all. You can do all kind of stuff with it. I mean, it gets really, really advanced.
Is it a monthly thing or is it one time? Is it one time cost?
It's not that much, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not dealing with it. That's the reason why I'm willing to do it up front, because it doesn't cost that much to do up front, but the return is crazy.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. So we got any questions, man? Any questions?
Drop your questions in the chat.
What would be your biggest things? Top 3 things you could leave the people with tonight, entering in 2024. What would you say?
I would say this. If you can pick up a deal, right, as a partnership, do it, right? If you don't know how to do that, connect with me, and I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? And show you whether I keep the deal and I pay you for sending me the deal. Because I think you should really do it yourself. But if you don't feel confident doing it yourself, you can send it to me, and then I can walk you through the entire process on doing it. And that way you can pick up that next one yourself and run the play yourself. I think anybody should be able to do it. And the reason why I like the partnership play is because here's the deal. You're not putting money out of your pocket. You're still getting a great piece of land, right? And as the property values go up while you searching for permits, while you doing this, while you waiting on this, whatever the wait may be, you're gaining in value every single time. And when they drop these interest rates, and any of you I think flips are going to be critically important right now as well. I think anybody that's flipping a property right now, if interest rates continue to go down, that's only going to, if it's a deal now, if you can make a deal now, you only set yourself up for a win by the time we get to June, July, August, right? So by the time you done flipped it and put it on the market, we're going to be June, July, August. You're going to be in the money. Obviously, wholesaling is going to be critical right now, but I think really, man, ownership is going to be critical. I think ownership is going to be critical if you can do that.
I like it. I love it. I would say myself, man, top 3 things, you got to educate yourself on whatever you're going to do. Don't just rely on the education you get off of Instagram, Facebook, etc., man. Try to deeply dive in somebody's program. It ain't got to be ours, somebody. Because at the end of the day, most people lose because they're not educated. Because we hear people lose in real estate all the time. They lose because they don't have the proper education, and they run towards situations that they're not ready for. That's what I advise. People get educated, work on your credit. Go print out your credit report tonight if you haven't already. Go on annualcreditreport.com, see what's going on. A lot of people don't know what's going on in their credit. Don't be scared to pull it, man. Pull your credit, see what's going on. And another thing, take action, man. Take action. Get around community, people that's actually doing what you want to do. And take some action. That's my top 3 things.
Yeah, I love it. Tyree asked the question, how long, it says, how will you determine how long it would take to profit from the $500K after cashing out the seller? That's the beautiful thing about the partnership, right? They're in it with you. So as you're selling these properties, y'all are getting paid back all at the same time. So it's not like they're getting anything different from what you're getting. So you just keep that part. So let's say, for instance, if you got 500,000 that you got to pay back, right? Maybe them 100,000, and the loan that you have on the land, on the properties, 400,000, right? And you turn around and you selling these assets off one by one, and let's say you sell one of them, right? Then you take the profits, you bust that down accordingly, and then you get to the next one and you bust that down accordingly, and then until you sell all of them, it is what it is. You just bust it down accordingly.
And they understand that up front. Could y'all explain that? Had that conversation?
Absolutely.
I'll say another thing with this partnership thing, man. Make sure y'all crystal clear up front. Don't be doing no shady stuff, man. Because at the end of the day, people you partner with may have some other properties that they didn't tell you about.
Facts.
They may have an auntie or cousin that got some properties that they didn't tell you about. So always put your best foot forward with partnering with people and do good business, man. Don't have your name bad, man. Yeah. Don't be trying to get over people that's trying to help you, man. Because a lot of people do that.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't even want nobody to run this play. I'm telling y'all, I don't want y'all to run the play because I don't want y'all to mess it up before I done exhausted it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not, listen, I want everybody to run the play if you are moving with integrity, right? You know that you are dealing with somebody else's property and probably somebody else's livelihood and their life savings, right? Like, run the play if you understand those things and you moving with integrity. But if you got some fuck shit in your character and you know that,
your blood,
yeah, if you got fuck shit running through your blood right now, just leave it alone. Do other plays. You can wholesale. You can do all kind of other plays. Don't do creative finance and don't do no partnership plays or anything that deals with you having to have integrity, because you will mess it up for everybody. I don't want to be hearing about it on the news about somebody partnered with somebody and now something goofy happened and I don't even know what the hell it is that you didn't done because you done messed over somebody and yourself, because typically when you mess over somebody else, you're gonna mess over yourself too. So just avoid those things if you know you ain't got to see it through about yourself. So
facts, man, facts. I say before we get out of here, man, if y'all find any value at any time, man, give us a like, man. We almost at that 50 piece, man. We almost at that 50 piece. Yeah, we just need 8 more people, man. If y'all find any value, man, like the video, bro.
Yeah, man.
But you got any final words, man?
Nah, man. I just want to say, man, I appreciate everybody for rocking with us, man. Make sure you share it out. Tell 2 or 3 people when you come back next week, when we do this, because we really just trying to give out the game, add value. I know for a fact that the stuff that we talked about tonight will make somebody a lot of money if they utilize these strategies. These are real life strategies. These are not theory. We're doing this now, right? Doing this now. So just know that we ain't talking theory. You talking in theory tonight, oh?
I don't believe in theory. I don't believe it. I like to speak on things I've done.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. So
but I'll say another thing, man. This is the second to last Tuesday of the year, man. Y'all gotta get prepared, man. And we will be here next Tuesday. Next Tuesday will be the last Tuesday of the year. So me and Byron are heavy with the consistency. So don't think we're going nowhere, man. We here every Tuesday night, here every Tuesday morning, here every Thursday morning. It may soon be Wednesday morning. We'll see. We gotta figure that out.
We got Shay in the building. What's going on, Shay?
What's up? You gotta unmute.
Hey, I just wanted to say something real quick. Give people that are looking to purchase some lots in the near future. Don't overpay for your lots, guys. So a formula that I like to use, whatever your ARV is on total of what you're trying to build on a lot, you want to stay around 10 to 15% of that ARV. That's 10 to 15% of that ARV. If you can get it for lesser, then by all means, but you want to stay below those numbers to see the profit that Byron is talking about.
Facts.
Right.
That's a great point.
If partnering with somebody on a new construction, that's something I'm definitely looking to do, but it won't make sense on the back end if they overpaid for the lot.
For the lot.
So that was just a formula that I was taught, and I heard that was like pretty important. So y'all start there.
I heard Malachi say the same thing.
Yeah, you can't overpay. You can't overpay. But here's the thing. My thing is this, I do overpay the
back end.
The back end. Yeah, on the back end. Yeah. So we can split on the profits. But in terms of overpaying for the land, now you get the pure land value going into the deal. And how that benefits me is that I'm not paying anything until that deal is complete. And then I break you off some of the profit based on the amount of land that you brought into the deal. And that's just profit sharing at the end of the day, not guarantees. So
love it. With that being said, man, we out of here, man. Catch us next Tuesday, catch us Thursday morning, catch us tomorrow morning. Man, I love this, bro. And look, make sure if you're interested, join the membership. Got a lot of value in that. Got some merch coming. You get discount on merch. You get exclusive content. Got 3 different levels. We got Trailblazer, Visionary, Legacy. How you join, it is next to the subscribe button. That's all you got to do is click it. You see the other things that come with it. And that's it, man. We out of here, man. Y'all have a good night. We appreciate y'all as always. Peace.
Yes, indeed.
What's up, y'all? So most people struggle with sales. A lot of us in real estate, and we struggle with our sales. We struggle with follow-up. We struggle with leads. And we just basically missing out on deals. For me, I just got on Taskify CRM. They send messages out for you. And look, a lot of us have work. When you get off of work, you have hot leads ready for you. Make sure you check out Taskify CRM. I'm telling you, it automatically replies for you. And look, it sends you multiple messages. Like we're talking about drip campaigns, so you're not missing up on the lead follow-up. So make sure you check out Taskify CRM. Use coupon code NOSTINGYENERGY to get 10% off. I'm about to show y'all inside my CRM so I can see how it really works. Make sure y'all check it out. Peace.